So the last couple of days I've been going through all my boxes of parts and trying to figure out what's missing. Now I've got the build manual from Engineers Emporium. That's made things a bit easier. So I've got a list of the missing valve gear and missing brake gear. So I'm going to, they do actually sell, these guys actually sell spares, so I'm going to see if they've got the parts I need and see if they're affordable. So while I'm doing that, I thought, as for a bit of fun, I might have a go and just see if the cylinders work. So I'm going to take this cylinder and make a steam adapter and just see what happens when the valve gear is moved, whether the piston responds. So here on the lathe I'm just cleaning up this hex bar. I'm turning it down to 5/8 of an inch diameter, and then I'll be tapping it, threading it 5/8 26, which is the rather large thread that the Britannia is using for its steam supply. Just testing it. It does actually match up with the cylinder there. You can't really see it, but I was happy with the fit, so I then made a big V, and then I'm now drilling through with about a 6mm drill. The next thing I need to do is to tap a 1/4 by 19 BSP, which is actually more like 1/2 inch diameter, but because of the weirdness of pipe threads, so I'm centre drilling. I managed to find a drill that was absolutely spot on for the tapping size, but unfortunately it kept spinning in the Morse 2 taper. So I went in with a slightly smaller drill, and then just finished off with the, I think it's about a 19mm drill for the tapping size, and finally tapping. So I was reminded of the fact my machine has a jog feature, so I was actually trying to make a bit of use of that while hand tapping today. It's a bit too big a thread to risk power tapping, so but using the jog function, it does speed things up a little bit. Okay, so I've made a little adapter up for my airline, but I think I'm quite glad I bought the tap and die set, because I've used it quite a few times this year actually so far, so it's certainly paying for itself. And anyway, we're going in on the steam port on the left-hand cylinder. So this cylinder is actually complete, or I think it's complete. The only thing it might be missing is obviously these countersink bolts, but that just holds the back plate in. So we've got obviously steam going into the valve chest, and we've hopefully got a piston valve here. I've not even had a look at that yet, so I can operate that manually, so we can move this backwards and forwards. So hopefully we'll see this move, the piston move. You can hear that there's air always bleeding through into the exhaust, regardless of what the valves are doing. what you saw in the previous bit of footage is that as the valve moves between these two positions, these two marks here, the piston was moving from side to side. One thing I did notice is that there are a few, this hole here on this side goes through to the valve chest, so there was a leak there, and this hole here goes through to the cylinder, so there was a leak there, so you lost a bit of power doing that. That's not a problem because those holes will be blocked up in use. More concerning really is that this is the exhaust port, and regardless of where the valve was, there was always some blow by from the steam supply into the exhaust port. It's not that clear where that was coming from. It could be coming past the piston rings. The piston valve bobbin could also be leaking. That's another possibility. There is also another problem with these, in that the valve liner would leak. One of the common fixes is to put O-rings between the valve liner and the valve chest to stop any leaks through. It's also quite common to remove the valve liner and machine around the outside, so there's much more room for inlet air to get through, because the original design was quite restrictive. Anyway, I hope that was mildly entertaining. Like, share, subscribe. Please leave a comment. I'm always interested to hear your opinions, even if they're wrong, because I'm but yes, yeah, leave a comment. It does help the channel. It draws more attention to it, so that's always good. The algorithm likes comments. So hopefully hear from you soon, and I'll see you in the next one.